My beloved son, my beloved daughter, I come to you at a moment of great importance and seriousness. Listen to me, for the words I share are guided by love and truth. I see a world in transformation, a world shaken by innovations that, while they may seem wonderful, contains within it a profound abyss of consequences. Each day, new technologies emerge, promising to ease our lives and solve old problems. However, in the relentless pursuit of advancement, we often forget what truly matters, the essence of who we are as human beings. Recently, the man known as Elon Musk has once again become the center of attention. He is no longer just an innovator, but a modern icon whose creations promise to change the course of history. With his innovations, such as robot taxis and artificial intelligence, Musk attracts eyes and inspires admiration. But he is also a sign of the times we must examine with caution. His works, which impress with their boldness, raise essential questions about the nature of humanity, our place in the world, and the consequences that may arise from surrendering to machines that promise to free us from everyday tasks. The introduction of the cybercab, vehicles that have no steering wheel or pedals, is a testament to the great hopes and also the immense dangers of this era. These autonomous vehicles are a glimpse of a future where humanity may be eclipsed by its own inventions. Yes, a future where machines can drive, but at what cost? And who will be at the wheel of our own freedom? Will we become mere shadows of who we are, guided by algorithms and computer programs that seem to know more about us than we do ourselves? When I look at the current scene, a verse comes to my mind. Daniel 12, verse 4. But you, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. The digital age is undoubtedly an age of knowledge. Information is available in the blink of an eye, and the ability to connect with people all over the world is unprecedented. However, what do we do with that knowledge? Are we really wiser, or just more distracted by the bright lights of technology? The overload of information often prevents us from reflecting on what is truly relevant. My beloved children, humanity's race toward progress should not be an uncontrolled sprint. Each innovation carries with it an invitation to reflection. Technology can offer us a world of conveniences, but it can also become an instrument of control that diverts our focus from the divine. In this moment of transformation, I implore you to keep your souls anchored in this unshakable truth. The future that unfolds before us is one of two paths, one that leads us to salvation and divine purpose, and another that leads us to darkness and oppression. The choice is between following the light and losing ourselves in the shadows. Do not be deceived, for many rise in the name of innovation, but the real question is, at what cost? The Apostle Paul also warned us about this, as it is written in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, when he said, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind." We must therefore constantly seek the renewal of our thoughts, weighing each innovation in the light of truth and divine wisdom. New technologies, such as autonomous cars, present a moral and ethical dilemma. Who will be held accountable in the case of an accident? The machine, the programmer, or the very user who chose to put their life in the hands of artificial intelligence? These are questions that provoke reflection on morality and ethics. By embracing technology, are we distancing ourselves from the empathy and mutual responsibility that define us as a society? The speed at which innovation occurs can overshadow these questions, but we must be vigilant not to lose sight of the human amid the data and algorithms. The advances in artificial intelligence, the machines that imitate human life, the interfaces that connect the human brain to devices, these are the new idols of our time. They are here to serve us, but beware. What is offered as a lifeline can become an invisible chain. The human body, made in the image of God, can be reconfigured and dehumanized by these innovations. Will we allow our thoughts to become objects of control? Freedom is a fragile flower that must be cared for with diligence. And I tell you, be aware, Many may be led to believe they are following a path of freedom when in fact they are becoming slaves to a system that seeks total control. Consider the implications of a world where your essence can be monitored and manipulated by those who present themselves as saviors. Are we not already living in a reality where our actions and choices are constantly analyzed by algorithms? Be careful. Let us not allow the control of machines to make us lose control of our lives. The control that is promised to us may be an illusion. Thus, as prophesied in Revelation, the man who arises as the Antichrist will not only be a political leader, but a force that seeks to dominate the entirety of existence. He will not present himself as the bearer of evil, but as the problem solver, making promises of comfort and security. He will raise up an idol that is not made of stone or wood, an idol that will be technologically advanced and spiritually empty. The construction of this idol, which may be the worship of technology and progress, can divert our attention from the true purpose of our lives, to live in love and communion with our fellow beings and with the Creator. As machines intrude more into our lives, it is necessary to reflect. What does it mean to be human in a world approaching total automation? What will happen when our actions, thoughts, and even our feelings are measurements and algorithms? Keep your souls alert. The emptiness of promises that have no root in divine truths will be felt in your hearts. How far are we willing to sacrifice our humanity in the name of efficiency and progress? We must remember that true human connection and brotherly love cannot be replicated by machines. The scriptures warn us of times of deception and confusion. Are you adequately prepared to discern the truth in these days of deception? What is promoted today as innovation may reflect the turning of what is good into something evil. The words I bring are an appeal for repentance and vigilance. Therefore, my children, seek wisdom amid confusion and develop discernment so that you are not carried away by the currents. In prayer, in meditation, and in continuous commitment to teaching, you will be well armed to resist the assaults of shadows and deception. The light of the Lord will shine amid darkness, and those who anchor themselves in truth will always find the way. And while some may be carried away by empty promises, those who stand firm in faith will be the pillars of hope. The alteration of human essence through machines, far from representing progress, may represent the erosion of what it means to be made in the image of the Creator. Do not let your souls be traded in an environment where the number 666 will become more than just a mere mark. The number will symbolize a system that will demand total subservience. The warning is clear. Do not allow your heart to become fertile ground for the deceptions that surround our everyday lives. And what is the cry of the righteous in the face of this situation? Do not be disheartened. The Lord is a safe refuge for those who remain faithful. The time for preparation is now. Do not be deceived. The changes you see can be both a blessing and a divine test. As you embrace technology, be sure that your heart and mind remain tuned to the will of God. We must remain vigilant and ready to discern between what brings us closer to God and what drives us away. The dilemma is before you, for just as innovations can liberate, they can also imprison. Love for one another, compassion, human connection. All these things can be lost in a sea of algorithms and machines. Let dialogue and wisdom fill your interactions, rather than allowing the coldness of data and logic to overshadow the warmth of goodness and truth. Looking around us, it is easy to see how technology can create distances. Social networks, supposedly designed to connect, often result in the loneliness of the individual facing a screen. The role of the believer in times of transition is to be a beacon of hope and truth. I have called you to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. What will you do with this calling in a world that seeks to forget its essence? There is no time to lose. Let us walk together in unity and love, enduring hardships and keeping faith alive amid the storm. We must always remember that light and truth need allies. If we give up fighting for what is right, we will be allowing darkness to prevail. The time to wake up is now. Be vigilant to changes for they affect the essence of who we are. How will this new era transform the way we live? The desire for comfort versus the call of faith. It is a constant battle that will require discernment and wisdom. The struggle is not only for what will be, but for what can be preserved. What preserves us as human beings? Love, compassion, empathy. The virtues that connect us to others are the true key to our humanity. Just as the prophet Daniel saw visions of the future, we too are faced with apocalyptic visions. Let your true intuitions rise up, and may the veils of deception dissolve in the light. And do not forget, he who sows the word sows life. In times of difficulty, each of you must carry my light, the light of Christ, for it illuminates the darkness like no innovation ever could. What will be remembered by future generations will not be the devices we owned, but the lives we touched and the changes we made in one another's lives. Uncertainty is part of life's journey, but doubt should not dominate faith. You are more than cells in an algorithm. You are sons and daughters of the Most High. Fight for your identity and echo the truth in a time filled with uncertainties. Reflect on how you can be agents of love and hope in this world that yearns for answers. And remember that even in the midst of storms, a small light can shine brightly. As we reflect on advances in technology, it is essential not to forget what truly matters: care for one another. Individualism is a serpent that slithers through the heart of our society, and it is already corroding compassion. In a world that advances towards isolation among people, remember that you are one body, a body united in love, not fragmented by ambition. We need to restore community, solidarity, and mutual support that make us more human. Tomorrow is uncertain, but today's truth is firm. The call is for you to stay together, to support one another. Walk in love, compassion, and understanding as you prepare to face the storms ahead. Each of you is needed on this journey. Each one is essential to God's work. And when challenges arise, remember that love is stronger than any technology, more powerful than any machine. And I, Jesus Christ, am here to remind you that while the struggle is real, so is the victory. Take care of one another, preserve unity amid diversity, and never cease to seek my presence in every decision you make. The transformation we seek begins in each one of us. What should we do now? Seek the Lord and allow Him to guide our steps. Be open to divine wisdom and let it lead you amid challenges. Only then will you be prepared for the changes to come. Thus, I fulfill my calling to you. I encourage you not to be disheartened by uncertainties and distractions. What you build, let it be a solid building. And when the clouds of trials arise, you will be ready for whatever comes. Cultivate your faith and your relationships, for these are the things that will endure. I cry out that each of you keeps your faith alive, even when reality seems oppressive. While others may succumb to fear and despair, you will stand firm in my truth. Love and truth will always prevail, and those who do not let themselves be defeated will look back and see the great deeds they accomplished through their faith. Freedom resides in your choices, and your actions have a lasting impact on this world that so desperately needs hope. Beloved son, beloved daughter, continue to move forward with courage. Victory is within reach for those who believe. Remember that although the journey may be long and challenging, I am with you until the end of time. Walk in my ways, follow the truth, and remain vigilant, for the return of the Son of Man is near, and it will be a day of great joy for those who remain steadfast in faith. In every prayer, in every act of love, let your light shine. The world needs the light that only you can give. And as we walk together on this journey, remember that true innovation lies in the love and solidarity we build with one another. Amen.